Brian Kessler had lost his title. Monica Laird had lost her voice. But when Raymond Beckett turned up dead in the trunk of his car, it wasn't just about revenge. It was about long-buried secrets, finally erupting into violence. It started on a rainy Thursday morning in the quiet town of Glenfield, when the body of Raymond Beckett, a high-ranking logistics manager at Gridwell Shipping, was found in the trunk of his own sedan parked behind the company's warehouse. He'd been missing for 2 days. The cause of death: a single blow to the back of the head. Colleagues whispered that he took the demotion badly. Just days before Raymond's disappearance, his company laptop had accessed files related to internal audits files that weren't relevant to his department. Someone else was. A name that had never come up before: Monica Laird, the HR compliance officer. A quiet, overlooked figure in the company, Monica rarely spoke above a whisper and kept mostly to herself. She had no connection to Raymond, at least none that anyone remembered. The access log showed a new login ID, an employee profile that had been deactivated months ago. Cyber forensics traced the breach to a remote device logged in from the town library's public Wi-Fi. Some noticed how he stopped talking during team meetings, started missing social events, and even removed photos of himself and Raymond from his office wall. Monica didn't realize what he was planning until it was too late. She said he lured Raymond to the warehouse under the guise of a late-night reconciliation meeting. Once inside, Brian confronted Raymond, and things got heated. When Raymond threatened legal action, Brian snapped. One strike with a pipe wrench ended it all. He told Monica she could walk away or be blamed as an accomplice. Scared and unsure, she agreed to help clean up the scene. But the evidence against him was circumstantial at best. Still, when Raymond turned up dead, the spotlight swung in Brian's direction almost immediately. Inside his garage, detectives found the wrench wrapped in plastic, stashed in a locked cabinet. The jury didn't buy it. Monica, though charged with evidence tampering, received a reduced sentence and served just under a year in a minimum security facility. Ballistics and residue testing confirmed it as the murder weapon. He died because 2 people believed he'd taken something from them and they wanted it back. A demotion triggered more than bruised egos. It reopened old wounds, sparked hidden vendettas, and gave way to the belief that justice could only be found through violence. Forensic techs also recovered Raymond's deleted laptop logs from a backup server, verifying unauthorized access and deleted correspondence. Monica had filed a formal complaint against Raymond 2 years earlier for retaliatory treatment and gender-based bias. She admitted to accessing Raymond's files from the library, but insisted she didn't kill him. Her role, she claimed, was to gather evidence of years of discrimination and retaliation that had ruined her career. She said Brian reached out to her months after his demotion, furious and seeking answers. He believed Raymond had sabotaged both of them for personal reasons and convinced Monica to help him expose the corruption. The case was quietly closed without resolution. Soon after, Monica was transferred to a lesser role in a different department. She never publicly objected, but records showed she'd taken extended leave, citing stress and emotional trauma. That same year, Brian was promoted. He stayed late for overtime and caught a glimpse of Monica and Brian talking behind the freight doors on odd sight. Considering Monica usually left at 5 p.m. sharp, they stopped when they noticed him and walked in opposite directions. He didn't think much of it at the time until the murder. There's no sign of struggle, no defensive wounds, and nothing stolen. But the security cameras behind the warehouse were conveniently offline that night due to maintenance. The footage from inside the building showed nothing unusual, and Raymond's phone and laptop had been wiped clean. The killer had been careful, methodical. Raymond Beckett had spent over 20 years building his name in the company. He was known as firm but fair, rising from warehouse floor supervisor to executive oversight. But just months before his death, Mon made headlines inside the company for a controversial move. He demoted his second-in-command, Brian Kessler, citing leadership deficiencies and performance inconsistencies. The news sent shockwaves through the tight-knit workplace, where promotions and demotions were rare and deeply personal. Brian had worked under Raymond for almost 7 years. Military veteran with a sharp mind and a rigid sense of order, Brian was known for his precision and pride. Detectives found traces of heavy-duty cleaning solvents in the trunk where Raymond's body had been hidden, the same brand used on the Gridwell loading docks. As police dug deeper, they discovered something odd. But the twist came when library records showed Brian wasn't there that day. Investigators pulled her personnel records and made a startling discovery. It all began to feel less like revenge for a demotion and more like retribution for a conspiracy. Still, police lacked proof, till a warehouse clerk came forward. A junior employee, Derek Foley, confessed he'd seen something strange the night Raymond went missing. Confronted with the timeline, Monica cracked first. But Brian's idea of exposure went beyond spreadsheets and policy violations. Brian was arrested at his home without incident. In court, Brian claimed he acted in self-defense, alleging Raymond lunged at him. But the evidence contradicted his story. The autopsy showed Raymond was hit from behind. He was convicted of second-degree murder and obstruction of justice. What made this case chilling wasn't just the murder, it was the web of resentment, ambition, and buried secrets that led to it. In the end, Raymond Beckett didn't die because he demoted someone.